Welcome back, guys. I've done a bit of updating. I went ahead and updated to Forestry 4 and updated to the newest Gregtech, which is 5.9.11. And Immersive Engineering finally put out their new update. As you see, my compartment's gone. That's what these four are, everything I had in it. Which that's not supposed to be in there. This chest I can't touch. It's got the bees that were in here that were water bees and rocky bees. If I try to open it, it crashes my game. I made me an extra sword and I made me a butcher knife. That way I can try to get some extra feathers because I'm getting freaking tired of killing chickens. And I can't open this because it's got clay bees in it. It crashes my game. But these are definitely Gregtech bees because they're still here. These bees are fine because they were only commons. And these are fine because they were only cultivated. The immersive... Oh crap. I lost my roof. I didn't even think about that when I was moving things around. What the hell? Silver lime and these are gone. They're regular trees. Why would... Evidently that was something to do with the update. I lost all my wood from these, so I'm just going to have to hit them and let them disappear. I hope my saplings are still good that I had. So are these going to... No, these are still mundane large. Just... At least they dropped me some. These are silver. And they gave me some. Those were beech, which apparently is from extra trees. Just to drop. And this one. And I might as well go over here and get rid of these too. I haven't done any more work over here yet. I've been mining like crazy trying to get copper. Ah, freaking cats. I hate cats. Go away. Go away. And you go away. And give me all my saplings. I'll replant these later. Which supposedly they fixed the issue of placing these. Yeah, they actually show up when you place them. There for a while you place them and you'd see the render box and that was it. They fixed that at least. Now I'm gonna have to do a whole new freaking roof. That kinda sucks. Just got that damn roof done. Give me a second. All my machines already made still here. Yeah, they're still here. Still ain't hooked them up yet. I forgot to kill this one. Die, tree. Alright. Anyways, one thing that Immersive Engineering added is there's now achievements for Immersive Engineering. which is kind of cool. I already got the first one because I opened up the book. But this is the update news. Tells you what all is new. This I like. There's a new powered light. It's a powered lantern. You need to connect them directly to your power grid using wires. They will allow power to be transferred through them so you can link them in a row. As long as they are supplied with a little bit of power, they will light up the surrounding area like a normal lantern, but additionally they will also prevent hostile mobs to spawn in a 32 block radius. So that's kind of nice. I think I'm going to replace some of them I have outside. These are floodlights. They're strong light sources. While they require more power than a simple powered lantern, they will create a cone of light up to 32 blocks long. Use a hammer on top and bottom faces block to rotate the light. Well, that's cool. Wooden barrels. Wooden barrels are simple containers that can store fluid. They will store up to 12 buckets, but because they are wooden, they cannot take any hot fluids, so no sticking lava in it. Right-clicking on the top or bottom side of the barrel with a hammer will switch between in, out, or no connection. And let's see, the silos. That was the main thing I wanted to check out. Offer space for lots of items of the same type, making them excellent for mass storage of seeds, slag, or cobblestone. They have space for 41,472 items, equaling the capacity of 24 chests. They must be input through the top and extracted through the bottom. Applying a redstone signal to the bottom block will make it output automatically. The multi-block is formed by clicking a middle block of the second layer. And there's supposed to be tanks, but there we go, sheet metal tanks. So you can hold 512 buckets of any fluid. I think I'm going to try making those instead of railcraft tanks. I made up a bunch of steel so I could make me a railcraft tank. But I think I might try these instead. I think they're going to look pretty cool. But I was looking here in NEI right before I started, and there's this fluid pump that I might have to try making. Look at it. There's the wooden storage crate, which holds stuff, and it'll keep its inventory. I'm gonna have to try making one of them too, but I may not. I'm probably not going to get around to making most of these things today. Today is just going to be kind of an update video. Let me bring up the right page here, and I'll start giving you the list of things that changed for Gregtech. Fixed missing gas texture. So there must have been one of the gases that didn't have a texture. Added a config for ore block harvest levels. Well, I can't show you that. added coolant recipes. Well, that we can definitely look up. Let's see, we have hot coolant, IC2 coolant, coolant cell, industrial coolant. Okay, so what's our coolant recipe that's added? That's the regular one. Oh, in the mixer now we can put lapis, distilled water, and get IC2 coolant, or with regular water. That's cool. So we don't have to do it in the fluid canning machine. We can actually use a Gregtech machine now. Let's see, made cesium burnable. So we can now burn this stuff. Does it have to be an ingot? Usually it would show it like a fuel down here, or I would expect it to have a tooltip on it that says how much power it outputs, but I have no idea. Gregtech wrenches now work as Buildcraft wrenches. That's awesome. I've been waiting for that to work. So can we pick these things up? No. But we should be able to reorientate blocks with it. Wait a minute, does it work on these? Hey, quit glitching. Nope, don't work on them either. That sucks. I was hoping I could stop carrying around this stupid thing. This is when he updated to Forestry 4.1. 10 updated to Forestry 4.0. Let's see. Nerfed processing of new Gregtech B combs. So let's see. I know there's a tin one because I got one of them, which I might as well look real quick and see what all Gregtech Bs there are, because I don't have Beanie's mod anymore because I had to take it out. So we have a tin drone, a platinum drone. These are regulars. I see right there's the clay, so why is mine messing up the chest? A slime ball, a peat, sticky resin, coal, oil, redstone, lapis, certus, ruby, sapphire, diamond, olivine, emerald, copper, and then tin, lead, iron, steel, nickel, zinc, silver, gold, aluminum, titanium, chrome, magnesium, good gravy, tungsten, platinum, iridium, uranium, plutonium, and however the hell you pronounce that. Keep getting told I'm pronouncing it wrong. And for anybody that updates to Forestry 4, take out any NEI add-ons. It's been integrated into Forestry, and it will cause random crashes when NEI opens if you don't get rid of it. Looking for the actual honeycomb, but I guess let's put it in comb. Oil comb, centrifuging it will give you a Gregtech oil berry, and It doesn't say a chance, so it must do it all the time. And then oil berries, 8 of them make a plant ball, or you can get 100 oil out of each one. He probably nerfed how often you get the combs. Oh, there you go. Tiny pile of lignite dust instead of a full lignite dust. Sticky resin. You get sticky resin at 50% chance and plant ball at 15% chance. Redstone. You have to put 16 of them in an autoclave with UU matter to get purified redstone ore. Or 9 of them with a crushed redstone and water, a chemical reactor to get purified. That's different. Lapis looks like it's the same thing. Ruby, same thing. Diamond's gonna be the same thing. It's probably gonna be any of the gems are gonna be that way. Oh, the tin one's even that way. Tin dust comb. Huh. Titanium. Chrome. Oh, that's good. I actually like that because I didn't like how easy it was to get stuff out of bees before. Personally, I think some of the plants need to be done this way too, because you can get stuff out of plants way too easy. I don't mind it being as an option, but it shouldn't be like your main source of material. And I know with... Would you just go away? You noisy thing. Shut up and die. Shut up and die. It should be a little hard to get a significant amount from them. Alright, let's see. There's an added config to disable crops. Added new crop drops would be nice when some would make proper textures for them. So that's going to be a little hard to look up without knowing what the crops are. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to show me all the immersive engineering stuff, and I thought it would show regular IC2, but I don't see any regular IC2 stuff. No idea. I'll have to look into that one. See what else there is. Let's see. Added recipe for crop drops are similar. Oh, he did do the crop thing. So let's see. Where's the coupon? I know that's... I don't see it. Tin dust. Replicator. Vector. Let's see if It's in here. No. Crusher. Sifter. Alright, I'm gonna have to wait until I get some because I can't find the damn things. I'm trying to think of what some of the things were called. I'm working on them on the server right now. I know there's a blaze reed. See, I can't look them up. I'm wondering if you get like tiny piles of blaze powder from them now. No idea. I'll look onto that when I get on the server. Look at what I get from some of the stuff. Let's see. He fixed the seismic prospector, failing when no ores are found. Axel actually found that. Fixed OpenGL area in item filter, and fixed dependency on NEI. I don't think it's this filter. I think it's the regular filter. Get this out of here while I'm here. Trying to bust through some more of the stuff that I need a blast furnace to run, since I don't have a whole lot of things going on. You can see I got a bunch more copper now. Getting way too much gold. And I got one thing ready to be made over here, which is basic chemical reactor. Making 2 of them, as I'm getting ready to start making the sludge stuff from IHL. I found another damn redstone. Way too much redstone in my world. I found this ore finally. But the main one that I found that I'm making the reactors for is for this right here. Chalcopyrite, chalcopyrite, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. We crush it and we wash it, and then we put it in a chemical reactor with nitric acid, and we make a tiny pile of platinum group metal sludge. And then to get the actual copper out of it, we have to run this stuff through an electrolyzer, which luckily is a lower electrolyzer, so I can run this all on LV machines. You get copper, oxygen, sulfuric acid, and I'm probably just going to put the sulfuric acid for right now into my large battery and drain it. I really don't have a use for chemical dyes right now, so I don't have a reason to do that one. Crap. Let's go back in here. This. And the nitric acid needs to be made with nitrogen dioxide, oxygen, and water will make the nitric acid. And the nitric dioxide is a chemical reactor with oxygen and nitrogen, or nitrogen and oxygen, which this is the way I will probably do it, and that'll make your nitrogen dioxide. So I need a chemical reactor to do this process, and then I'll need a fluid canning machine to can it, and then I'll need another chemical reactor to do this process, and then I will need another chemical reactor to do this process. So I need 3 chemical reactors. Oh, good gravy. But I'm probably going to run this all through and get it washed up pretty soon. And I think I'm going to set this little system up right over here. I'm going to put a low voltage off this medium voltage right here and run it over here. So I'll have 3 chemical reactors, at least 1 fluid canning machine, and an electrolyzer. And then I also have to have trying to remember what it is I gotta have for that this thing. I gotta put 9 of them together, which makes this, and then that goes into a centrifuge. So I will either set up one of those or a packager to run them through to get them into the big thing, and then I'll just run them right back into this here to centrifuge them and get me all my stuff from here. I guess I got it all out of there. So I gotta get one more chemical reactor made yet. And I am out of lava in here. Let's grab these last 2 and get them on here. And good, they didn't lose much heat. How are we doing on power? Oh, we're not doing too bad, 388. Let them run. And I want to get some windmills built. I'm probably going to make like 2 of them. I'm probably going to work on them in between videos, getting the actual blocks made, which isn't too hard. I need a kinetic wind generator, which is just a basic machine casing, and 2 iron shafts, which is extruding a whole block of iron. No big deal. And then I need a kinetic generator, which is this here, which is a motor, a generator, another shaft, and item casings. And then I'm probably going to run, I'm not going to put them up super high, so I'm probably going to run iron or steel. I can't do these because I don't have iridium, which is what I normally run. This is what I run in Gregtech 6 right now, which is just wrought iron rod and screws. And the rotor blades, these are wrought iron screws, iron shaft, iron rotor blades, and I've got so much freaking iron, it's ridiculous. I got 3 stacks there, and I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22 stacks back here, and I found 2 of those chalcopyrite, chalcopyrite, whatever you want to call it, veins, so there's a bunch of iron ore in there. So iron's really not going to be a problem. Stupid girl, shut up. This is the one reason why I'm going to enjoy having this new IE. I can get rid of these stupid ass spiders all the time. So I'm going to make them lanterns. Which I'll probably do that in the next one. I'll probably set these up. In the beginning of the next one, and then actually work on my lighting in my next video. Probably not going to guarantee that's what I'm going to do, but probably. And I also want to get something done with this oil. I was also thinking about it. I am getting a bunch of saltpeter from doing the soul sand, which is where I'm getting my oil at the moment. Basically, all I do is grab this barrel, which I had one barrel I already went through. It wasn't quite full, and I just sit it right there, and then it runs into here, and that makes me saltpeter. It gives me like a tiny saltpeter, and then oil, and I pump the oil out into this tank right here. Basically, I just took this pump and put it over there, which I'm not going to do this time. I'm going to make a new pump to put there to run it this time. But I was thinking about it. I may not make nitro diesel right off this time. I might save that saltpeter for getting my nitrogen out for that other thing, because there's not a whole lot of great ways of getting nitrogen, but this one's not too bad. It's 5 saltpeter and you get 1 bucket basically of nitrogen. You get so much freaking oxygen in this game, it's ridiculous. But that'll give me a pretty good jump on nitrogen. The other way to get it is with the ender pearls or the air. And if I do the air one, I'm going to do the liquid air, which you gotta have a vacuum freezer for. And I'm basically got all of this copper done so I can work on getting these 3 machines done so I can make my vac freezer. But let's see, forming press. That shouldn't be a hard one to do. It's just going to take 2 pistons. But see, this is the bad thing. It's 4x copper cable. So that's like 1 ingot a piece. Because let's see, 1 ingot is a 2x. So it's 2 ingots per wire. Plus you got to have one there, so you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 ingots for each motor. And I got to have 2 motors here. And then the bad one is the assembly machine. Oh, that's disassembler. Because you need 2 motors for here. And you need a motor here and 2 motors here. So 3 here, 2 here. So that's 10 motors I need. So that's 90 copper just to get the motors done. And then I gotta have gold wires for everything else. But, that's a buttload of copper I need. Which actually, I bet you those are not gold. I bet you those are copper. Or, I bet those are gold right there. Yeah, not copper. So that saves me 1 ingot per. So it'll be 8. I'll need 80 copper. So almost a stack and a half of copper. Just to make the motors for those 2. Or for that one. And then 2 more for the other one. I don't think there's any in the laser engraver. Oh yeah, it's got 2 too. Damn. And then I gotta make these chrome rods. I gotta have an emerald, which I don't even know if I've got an emerald yet. I got an emerald. I got 1 emerald. And chrome is only 1700, so I can actually get that done. I should be able to just throw this right in here. And it should go click. And that'll cook the chrome up for me. So that'll get that done. But I'm going to work on getting them built in between the next episodes. And somewhere in the next few episodes, I'll have a vacuum freezer. Because I need those to make basically these 3 machines that I need to make for the vacuum freezer are going to unlock a lot of things for me. Because let's see, it does the data circuits. It does these things here. Or not them, these. I need it to make these engraved chips. And then with that, I can make a quantum tank if I wanted to. A quantum chest. I need them to make these data storage circuits, which then are needed to make the data control circuit. And the data control circuits are used to make, what was the thing I know I need them for my vacuum freezer. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that crap. There was something else I needed it for. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, there's a vacuum freezer. That's what I need them for, is to make these 3 right here. And I'd like to make one of these days. Because I think you can run mercury through there and get power out of it without having to battery it. I'm not sure if it's the absorber or the converter, but one of the two. And then, if I want to make large gas turbine, I'll need them for that. So there's all kinds of things that I will need them for. This thing I need for using the seismic processor or prospector if I want to do that, and it needs one of these. So I'm going to need to make one of these pretty soon, a scanner. That's something I can make right now. But when I get into doing crops, I'll need that. I wanted to check something out real quick, and then we're going to end this one. I read that in Forestry, you can now basically overclock your machines. Yeah, there's a place for a socket here, and you can put one of the circuit boards in there, and it actually makes it run faster. Can't do it in this one or that one, but you can these two. This one's probably not going to get used anymore since I can now use my Gregtech centrifuge. But this is going to be for getting fruit juice. I'm going to put apples in here, and that'll make my fruit juice, which will come into my fermenter, and then my biomass will come into my stills, and that'll make my ethanol. And the other reason why I needed all that copper is I want to make a squeezer and fermenter from immersive engineering, so I can make that kind of fuel, so I can actually make their drill and try out their drill. And supposedly they now have a jerry can, so you can fill your drill up on the go, just buckets and iron ingots, which is kind of cool. But I got to get that made before I can do that. The one thing I really want to look into is their assembler. I seen a picture of it a while back. I don't see the control block for it in here though. Should be in the book though. Give me my book back. Update. What's new? Assembler. There it is. This thing looks awesome. Basically, you use it as a auto crafter. Assembler is a complex machine capable of crafting items similar to how a player would. Form the structure, build it like demonstrated above, use a hammer on one of the conveyors. So it uses those new sheet metal blocks and iron scaffolding, and those are probably heavy engineering blocks. But I want to get that thing made. It may not have a controller for it. That may be why it, because looking at that picture, I didn't see a control block. It might just be a structure you build, and then it forms into the main thing, which is probably the way the silos and stuff are, which is why I couldn't find that in any eye. But that stuff I'm probably going to put over there on the other side of the river. That way I keep my tick rate down over here a little bit. That's basically my update. What's going on, what I'm going to be working on the next few days, and what's updated in my mod pack. Junior's supposed to be coming on pretty soon to help me get these done. I need to make a induction smelter if I want to use their pipes from thermodynamics, which I do want to use. I do believe for a few things. I'm going to try to mind tweak this recipe, and I'm going to have stainless steel instead of iron. I don't mind the tin gear, but I do want to change it to stainless steel for the basic machine frame, and then that's all I'm really going to change for that stuff. Everything else I'm probably going to leave the same. Oh, and I did put this in here. That way I can just shift click this up here when it's empty, and I can throw my drills in it, and it charges a lot faster than these machines do. So that's the only purpose for it. And I'm going to try out using immersive engineering to connect my windmills up, because it's supposed to be able to handle doing IC2 and Gregtech power. I want to see if I can use it to hook my windmills up and get the power down here, because I don't like using IC2 power because it's not lossless. You can run it forever, and the immersive engineering wire does actually have a loss to it supposedly, but it's not going to be as terrible as Gregtech wire, because personally I think 1 EU a block is a bit much, but it's what we deal with here, so I'm quite used to it. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.